Where am I going? Where am I at all? Okay, so somewhere in the universe there was a place to drop off all the relics we picked up. Do different ads pay different amounts? They do, yeah. Would you get more money from watching an ad or getting a sub? Always wonder which would support more. Okay. Subs are worth more money to me. 100%. Like, they are worth a lot more. Like, the average ad you watch is probably paying me like a few cents. Like, it depends on the ad though. But like I said, some ads pay more. For example, earlier when I was telling you to chant mesothelioma, the reason for that is, like, a single mesothelioma lawsuit ad, or like lawyer ad, will pay over $1 just for you to view it, which is ridiculously high. And so if you can convince Google ads or Amazon ads or some sort of whatever your ads servicer is, that you have mesothelioma and those ads start dropping on you, I will make so much money. For example, more examples and fun facts. Different people enjoy different types of content. Yeah, like big shocker, right? But different games have like different audiences. For example, cozy games. Who do you think plays cozy games? Like, they look very childish, but more often than not, adults are watching or playing cozy games, right? Adults have money and expensive problems, and so they get targeted with more expensive ads. And because of this, when I play cozy games, I make more ad revenue than I would if I played, say, like Minecraft. Because Minecraft is going to be all ads for fruit roll-ups because there are only kids watching me. And kids don't have any money, so those ads aren't worth anything. So, like, if I got like 1,000 views on like a video for Minecraft, I'm more likely to have like $2 or $3. But with 1,000 views on, say, Luma Island, I'm more likely to get like $6. The ad world is crazy. So much nuance, so many different little tiny things. Mesothelioma. See? Thank you. Alright, I heard the spider drop. There he is. Hey, Frosty. Over here. Whoa. Love one-shotting the spiders. Makes life so much easier. Need to get all this gold. We'll get some charcoal. Mesothelioma. Thank you. Thank you for spamming mesotheliomas in the chat. Every little bit helps. More fun facts that you might not be aware of. Did you know that even if your phone is locked and the screen is off, that it is listening to you? It is hearing the words you say and targeting ads at you while it's off. Like, Google ads is usually like what you see on YouTube. So things that if you had like an Android phone, the things you say while your phone is in your pocket are getting packed up. And that's why, like, sometimes you get like creepy ads for like things you've been talking about with like your friends and loved ones, and you're like, how did they know? It's because they listen. Don't know if you find that fun. It's kind of funny because, like, it became really obvious when I was a streamer, because Microsoft does this too. Like, if you've got a mic on your computer, even if you're not using it, like, as long as you're running Windows, it's also listening to you. Have you ever heard, like, I don't know what you'd call it, like an urban legend? That, like, ads were so sophisticated that this lady was getting ads for pregnancy tests before, like, she realized she was pregnant? Well, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Probably leading up to the pregnancy, she probably said something out loud like, hey, how would you like to have the type of fornication that leads to baby making? I'm sure it will be fine. And they're like, oh, we live in a dystopian society where ads are so sophisticated. No, they just, like, listen to you. They listen to you flirt. They read all your text messages. That said, I still wouldn't be too particularly terrified yet. Like, in 10 years, like, be a little more terrified. But right now, ads are still pretty dumb. And I can give you an example of that. One day, I bought an engagement ring. And you know what I got ads for after buying an engagement ring? I got ads for engagement rings. They were like, hey, this guy bought an engagement ring. Let's see if he'll buy like 7 more. Which is ridiculous. Like, that's not sophisticated ad work. I'm like, hey, this guy's into engagement rings. Do you think he might need 30 of them? It's so scary, but now you know why you keep getting food ads and Coca-Cola? Ooh. Sometimes the pizza ads get me. I try not to let ads get me. Like, I'll be in the mood for something and I'll see an ad for it and I'll be like, well, now I'm not going to do it. Out of spite. Think you can manipulate me? Pizza ads still work on me, though. I'm like, you know what? I didn't want to cook dinner. You are right, ad. I wanted to order my weird pizza. I like mine with salami, ranch sauce instead of tomato, and pineapple. It's good pizza. What am I doing with my life? I need to go deeper so I can get the good crystals. It feels like I committed heavily in that direction. When you go up to your coworkers, do you want to hear a fun fact? And they go, is it actually fun? Yeah. Yeah, I'm filled with fun facts like that. Like, hey, do you want to hear a cute story about how we're living in a dystopian hellscape? I mean, it is what it is. It's cute because it's happening all the time. You can't stop it. But it's fun kind of using those things to your advantage. Like, I learned a lot about ads. Just being a developer. Like, did you hear about the adpocalypse on Twitch? It's been an interesting story that's been out and about. A big Twitch streamer, actually several big Twitch streamers, have had some strong political opinions. And one of them went and said something super racist. And advertisers said, hey, I hate that my ads played right after this guy said some horrible racist stuff. And they're like, can you make it so that doesn't happen? And since Twitch runs on ad money, they were like, oh my god. And so what they did, and this is funny, they took any stream that had any political tag. There are a few of them. Or I think they took down some sexy tags too, so my content will no longer be tagged as super sexy either. But it also won't contain the word Iran, politics, various things, like, because, like, if you have those tags, your ad revenue just straight up drops to 0. And a lot of people freaked out because, like, all of a sudden they started getting no money and they had no idea why. For big streamers, that's kind of a big deal. But after some digging, they found out, like, oh, it's the tags. But, like, I never have any weird tags like that. Like, I try not to be political here. Try to be warm and welcoming to everybody. And I always keep my pants on. Gotta go to my OnlyFans for that. Like, you gotta keep the content appropriate for the platform, you know? Channel point redeems for fun and interesting facts. Ooh. But have you ever, like, tried to come up with, like, a fun, interesting fact on the fly? Like, I'd probably just, like, pop off, like, the same one over and over and over again. What other fun facts could I possibly have? Fun fact, it's illegal to have gerbils in California? The problem with that is, I don't know if that's actually a fact. It's something I heard. So it might as well be a fact, you know? On the internet, those count as facts. No country name games for me. Yeah, oh man. When I was a kid, the school I went to, they had one game on the computers in the computer lab. And that game was GeoMasters. But the game this cheap public school would never spring for a license, so we had the demo version. And so, instead of, like, being able to name all the countries in the world. Because, like, I wasn't gonna go not play games, you know? I got really good at the countries in the demo version. So, like, for a while there, I could name any country in Southeast Asia, South America, or South Africa. Like, I just knew all of the countries, I could name them all, I could point them out on the map, and most of them I knew the capitals for. Because I've got a video game problem. I can't stop. And so if, like, the only video game I get is Geomaster, circa 1947 or whenever that game came out, and that's the game I'm gonna play. The problem is, like, those are also countries that tend to, like, change their, well, aside from South America, Southeast Asia, and South Africa like to change their country names. And so, like, my knowledge is out of date now. I'll, like, look at a country on the map and I'll be like, oh, hey, I wonder what Zaire is up to. And they're like, Zaire what? You mean the Democratic People's Republic of the Congo? Or whatever it is. Democratic Republic? Hmm? No, the Congo's the jungle. I meant the country. The one just south of Angola? And they're like, what? And then people will be like, hey, this is Bangladesh. And I'll be like, what? What's a Bangladesh? I thought that was like a city name. Fun fact, unfertilized eggs equals chickens, period. Yep. 100%. Here's a fun egg fact. European eggs can be stored... Ah! Spiders! They can be stored... spiders. They can be stored at room temperature. And why is that? Like, how come American eggs need to be refrigerated and European eggs don't? Well, it's because there's like a thin film that comes out around the egg, and it kind of protects the egg. But Americans decided those were gross. And despite them making your food safe to store at different temperatures, we removed that from the American eggs. Now eggs have to be refrigerated, and they will go bad that much quicker. These are also fun facts that I have not verified in any way. They're just things I heard. But hey, isn't that interesting? It's a very American thing to do, to say like, no, that sounds gross. We just won't do it. Even though it is 100% better to keep that. Can you imagine getting like a little mucusy film on your egg? There's probably like a European in chat right now just shaking their head like that's not true in the slightest. But I'm here to spread misinformation. This is the internet. I'm told that's what we do here. If you want real information, ask ChatGPT. It's also wrong, but it's more likely to be right than me. Oh, Mexican eggs can also be stored at room temperature? People in Mexico don't refrigerate eggs? Yeah. And I'm just willing to believe anything I hear at all times. And so I'm going to assume it's because you don't remove, like, the weird film around the outside of the shell. Actually, as somebody who is currently in Mexico and likely to have eggs, is that true? Do your eggs have, like, a little film on them? Like, something noticeable at the very least? Spiders. Ooh, this one was so nice it got me 2 spiders. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'm so glad I updated the whip. Fun fact, frogs are one of the first things to show birth defects if there's something wrong with the environment. Cool. I knew I should be hanging out with more pregnant frogs. I mean, I was gonna do that anyway, just for fun, but now I know there's a practical reason. Pregnant frogs always have the best gossip. Alright, I see something yellow colored over there. I think that's the direction we want to head towards. There's no way I have the torches required to get me there. We're gonna try. We're gonna shoot our shot. If I can get out of here with the 1 yellow crystal, maybe, just maybe, I'll never have to come into this spider cave again. Here's a fun fact. Did you know chainsaws were originally invented to assist in childbirth? Oh God! Somebody filled this cave with explosives. But did I get... I got the shiny uvarovite. Neat. Ooh. And I didn't even notice I got this green egg. Alright. Not like on the outside of the egg, but yes, on the inside. When you crack the shell, there is a little thin sac inside it that you have to pull apart with the Man, like the day transition feels so unnecessary. I don't know why it does that. You crack the shell, there's a little thin sac inside of it. When you pull apart the shell and you're cracking the egg, sometimes the film thing is a little stronger. And you gotta like tear it a bit to rip it open. That's interesting. If it's on the inside of the egg, clearly we're not removing it in the US. But I wonder if we just bred that out of our American chickens? That seems like a thing we would do. Excuse me. As a human that has actually birthed 3 kids, that's really scary to think about. Yeah. That's the same in the US? Are the insides of our eggs super filmy? I mean, like, I feel like ours are less filmy than Jessica just described. Milo, I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to upgrade my tools, which I can't. So I don't have the things. But I am close to having the things. Yeah, I think I found some more books. We got chairs. Hang on. Look at all these decorations. Oh, I got a decorative bicycle. I could get like a decorative car. They're a little pricey though. I do kind of want a car just to like park on my yard. Bring me back to the olden days. Oh, I can have a little tent. Neat. And some fountains. Like, we're starting to unlock the cool stuff now. You'll take a picture and put it on Discord? Cool! I want to see the egg bubble. Alright. I have gold. Alright, that will make gold bars. Which I need to make the bracelet. I also haven't fed any of my Lumas in 100 years. And also, I've got this new one. It looks like some kind of dinosaur with glasses. Shoot, I'm down. I wonder if they come out different depending on like what element you mix with them. Like I put shadowy element in with this guy. I think with my unicorn I used like a rocky element. He's got kind of like a grayish color to him. Like I'm just using whatever I have more of. But like I'm wondering if this guy is gonna come out like spooky colored. You know, like a purple or a black. No, he green. Put the lizard in. Ah, look at the little nerd lizard. Adorable. Alright. Eating time. Yeah. Go nuts. Come on, fish. What are you doing way over there? Give me your various essences. Fishy? Yeah. Good boy. I've got a friend who would just love this game. Like whenever I play Valheim with her, like she ignores everything until she has wolves. Like she will like run up a freezing mountain naked just so she can like set up like a wolf camp and try to like tame them, even though they can like bite her head off in one shot. And so like whenever you see her fort, it's just like crawling with critters. And I think a game like this would be right up her alley. In the US, eggs are washed and sanitized, which removes the outermost layer, called the cuticle, which leaves it vulnerable to getting salmonella. Yeah. That also sounds accurate. I told you I'm willing to believe anything you guys say. Anything I hear or read. That's how gullible I am. I'm just down for anything. Alright, I think I want iron first. We'll crank out some moonstone. Do I want all this charcoal? I think that's the only... Like charcoal and torches. Nope, not even torches. Not even used to make fiber. This is all very interesting. I got the gold dust. Some gold dust. The iron's going. We're still grinding away. We're out here doing our best. You guys need fertilizer, which is a thing that shows up in places. Mountain fertilizer made out of mountain wood. I don't want to use my mountain wood yet. Like, we just don't need that many plants. I get my mountain planks until I believe I have enough. What am I doing? Like, with my life in general. Alright. So the eggs have a cuticle, which is why it needs to be stored... Or, sorry. Our US eggs are missing the cuticle, which is why they need to be stored at food-safe temperature. And, however, you can get fresh, unwatched eggs. If you can get fresh, unwashed eggs, you can store them at room temp. No problem. But can also do something with water storage, you think, to make it more self-stable. I've heard of some interesting egg storing technique that's never really come up for me, because you know what? I've got a fridge. It's never been an issue. But you know, one of these days I'll be out in the wilderness and I'll have a batch of eggs. I don't know why. I'll find them. It might be badger eggs, and I will need to store them. And so I should know what to do with those. All those mammal eggs, you know the ones. Alright. What am I doing with my life now? I think I'm just waiting for the iron to be done. Got some iron and some money. Let's see if we can upgrade some tools. We can. Alright. One for you. Boop, boop, boop. So close. Alright. Do I have things to sell for money? I'm sure I do. Like 8,000 bat wings. Various spider parts. So many spider legs. I can sell these. I am rich. Which is nice. I like having money. But what I need is iron and moonstone. And also the souls of spirits or something. I don't know. Are those coming from plants? Where do I get the green spirit chunks from? Alright.